Right, it's 4 days since I came down the allotment. Haven't really been up to it for a while, but there's some improvement on my carrots now. These are the Chantenay, and they're showing lots of signs in that pot and just a couple in this one, so they're on their way anyway. Nantes are about the same. Spring onions still need to go in the ground. I'm going to dig a trench for them this morning and put them in. Nothing too fancy. Here we got the these are the English radishes, and they're coming along quite well, although they have been thinned out again, no doubt by slugs. But it looks like these might be ready to harvest. Oh no, they're French. That's a French breakfast radish, that one. There we go. The others aren't looking quite as big, so I'll leave them for a couple of weeks. In here, well, my flowers are doing quite well, and my sweet peas have come up. So these are cosmos in here, and 4 sweet peas so far have emerged. We've got some activity in there, but it looks like the tops have been eaten off by something, so I'm guessing slugs. But how they get up there beats me. This thing's suspended in mid-air. So there we go. Purple podded peas doing very well, and my Kelvedon Wonders, I've got 4 pots of those doing well, so they'll be going out soon, very soon. Sunflowers, well, they're growing nice and strong, so hopefully this year I'll get some that actually show a flower. In here we've got some marigolds, African ones here and French ones there. Still no sign yet of the delphiniums. I haven't got a clue about delphiniums, never grown them before. Today I am repotting some tomatoes. I've got those ones there which are Roma. No sign of the money makers in that tray, but if I go over here I've got lots of money makers here, so I'll put them into little pots. Here we're doing quite well on my Blue Lake beans, and some no activity yet on my Scarlet Emperors, so we'll see what happens with those. More flowers here, we've got more cosmos, different variety, and Mesembrymanthemum have actually grown now, so they're starting to happen, although they're a different leaf formation to these ones, although no, these are Gadisha, so that's why. These are the Mesembrymanthemums here, and more Gadisha there, although not so active. My lobelia at home are doing really well in my little poly greenhouse, but the ones here don't seem to be quite catching. Now if we look in here, we've got more radishes. Although there's lots of green, there's not much sign of growth, so we'll leave them for a while. Something's been in and had a go at these. Had a little nibble at the trunk on that one. Beetroot in the other bed are coming along nicely now, so I might reuse this now. I mean, my swede and my broccoli all withered away, probably been too dry. Nasturtiums, okay, more sunflowers coming up there. My peas definitely need repotting or moving. They'll have a good root system now, so I might put them outside today. Peas should be okay. My melons, well, my yellow melons have died off, but my watermelons, I've got one here doing quite well, and another one popping its head through there, so we'll put some white melon seeds in. This is the trouble when you can't get down, things dry out, and if they dry out and it's hot, which it has been inside the greenhouse, then it kills them off. These are different cosmos again. but no sign yet of the Rebecca, although I've got a couple of little seedlings popping through, but I don't know if that's weeds or Rebecca, but I'll find out in a week or so. But that's it so far in the greenhouse. Everything's doing well now, or everything's doing well generally. I'm going to clear this bed today and put a couple of grow bags in here, and hopefully I can get some of my tomatoes and cucumbers and things transferred to this little part of the greenhouse. Just do a bit of raking and hoeing and get rid of all those weeds, and that's actually quite good soil under there. I'm going to chuck some grow bags on top of it, so that the main nutrients are actually in the grow bags, not in the soil beneath. But there we go, all happening. Almost ready to put some grow bags under there as well, I think. But one thing at a time. Let's crack on and do my pea bed. This is what I've been doing outside today. Not a lot of activity because I still can't do a lot of physical work. But here I'm preparing my pea bed. I call it my pea bed. It's pea, sweet corn and runner beans. And over here, as you can see, a couple of days of rain and all the weeds start popping through again, and this was thoroughly weeded, so it needs cutting back. Potatoes need topping over because they've developed leaves that are coming through now in most of the buckets, so they need topping up quite quickly. There's more there and there, all the way to the end, so they need covering over. We still might have a couple of frosts, so it's definitely worth doing that. Okay, and that's it for now. And my neighbour's over there sorting out his fruit trees. Morning, Tony.
Hi guys.
Catch you later. Right, bed one in the greenhouse cleared. I'm going to put a bit of water in and put some membrane over it, and then put my grow bags on top of the membrane. So back in a minute. Well, there's the fruits of my labour. I've got 3 grow bags lengthwise on there, so that means I can get another 3 on that side and 6 more on the other side. Gives me plenty of scope for growing. I've moved all my radishes into here now. Doesn't need to be quite so hot and roasted. Likewise, I put all my carrots now in the lighter part where they should all start sprouting like this one. So that's taken a few bits out of the hothouse. And if we look in the hothouse now, I've taken the peas outside. I'll be planting them in a few minutes. So I'll also be planting the purple podded peas. A bit early for the beans yet, and the corn, so I'll leave that for a couple of weeks. But over here I've repotted some tomatoes. The blue pots are money makers, and the beige yellow pots are Roma. So we'll see how they develop. Not particularly huge, but it's warm in here, so it should catch shortly. I'll leave the marigolds in here for a week or so. I want them to get a bit bigger. I've moved the sunflowers out of the direct heat now into bigger pots on the ground. These I'm leaving where they were, just move them up slightly towards the end of the greenhouse. I'm not really sure what to do with these beetroot. I might put them in the ground outside the greenhouse. Nasturtiums going around the pond, and what's that? The other sunflowers, obviously they'll be potted on, and I've watered this lot, and I'll see where it goes from here, whether it needs to be kept watered. The rest of my money makers there, I've put some more little gem seeds in now, so hopefully I might get some lettuce, because I've none at all so far. These are my scarlet runners, or scarlet emperor runner beans, and those are my what do you call them, blue lake, and they're a lot shorter. It's too early to put them out yet. There's still a possibility of frost, but there we go. It's looking a bit tidier in here. Next task in here is to clear out underneath these shelves, get the weeds out, and start getting some grow bags in ready for tomatoes and cucumbers. And this little so-and-so has been getting on my nerves, this wasp. It's backwards and forwards all day. Hope he's not trying to get a nest into my carrots. Pain in the backside that. I don't really want wasps in here because they sting. There we go. Oh my goodness, it's Tony bringing me goodies. Thank you. Just outside for the minute, please, Tony. Yeah, there we go. So, I finally got the pond filled in and packed in with the soil around the edge. I've planted some lavender around the far edge, which you can see just there, and that should not only attract some wildlife but should give some shade for the pond during the summer. Need to get some slabs and rocks to tidy up the edges, but it's looking good. And that's where the soil came from. This is where I planted the soil that came out of the hole I dug, apart from the fact that I'd put some of it on here as well for my peas. So there we go. God, it's turned out an absolute scorcher today. Wasn't expecting that. Anyway, that's it for now. I've done too much already for today, so just put the peas in and go home. Bye for now. I forgot to mention, got a couple of tomato plants here, courtesy of admin man Ben on UK Here We Grow. So I don't know what variety they are, so Ben, if you could enlighten me. I do believe they're heirloom tomatoes, so they should have the taste of original tomatoes, not like these modern hybrids. There we go, that's it for today. I've just been and planted some little bulbs around the pond. It started raining, which is kind of giving me a sign. This wasp has been following me around all day. It hasn't really given me any grief, just buzzing a lot. But I just hope it's not trying to make a nest in and around my shed or my greenhouse. Right, so just a quick look. Sorry, I forgot what these things are called, but I shall tell you now. They are called bulbs 7, colour pink white. Ah, can you make head and tail of that? Lilium Asiatic mixed. So that's what I've put around the pond, and sort of planted them in and around the lavender. Put some eggshells down to deter the slugs. And I'll just put all this kind of straw stuff that's in here down as well, because it'll probably help. Give it a little bit of mulch, which is what they arrived in. And the pond is, as you can see, getting rained upon. It's time to go home. There we go, done far too much today. Got some peas in. I didn't do the spring onions because there's still a bit of cultivating to do since the last lot of rain. Everything's grown again. All the weeds have come up, so I'm going to have to dig and rake that lot, which I can't do just yet on medical recommendation. But that's it for today. Bit of wind getting up now, so I think we're in for a tiny bit of a storm. Time to say bye bye. Checking down, and there's my pond getting filled up by natural rainwater. Can't be bad. Starting to look like an allotment now. The spuds were coming up earlier in the buckets. They haven't shown through on the ground yet, which only goes to show that the buckets are probably better for them. Well, that's me going home. Bye bye for now. I thought it's going home time now, and it started to rain, but now it's absolutely belting down. So I'm going to stay here for 5 minutes until it calms down a wee bit. At least the good news is all that work I've done planting on all those tomatoes and the head of the lavender and those little bulbs, they're going to be well watered in. So, and we do need it because we've only had a tiny bit of rain for the last month, so I'm not complaining. Although where I'm standing now in my shed, the water's actually dripping on me. But that's not surprising because there's a big hole in the roof. Can't be bad, eh? Right. Anyway, I really do think it's time to go home now. So we'll close for now. Bye bye.